Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha. Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpadi Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaniswari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Vanchakalpatarviyascha kripa sindhubhye vachapatitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhi Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, which can be joyfully performed, Susukam Kartam Avyayam, which is the everlasting knowledge Avyayam. So in Bhagavad Gita, we are in the 13th chapter now, because being Sunday, it's in the morning in India, it's 13th chapter. So Arjuna's question, Krishna is answering as usual. So Arjuna asked the question about Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Kshetram Kshetrajnam Yevacha Etat Veditum Ichami Jnanam Nyayam Cha Kesava. So Prakriti Purusha Kshetra Kshetrajna Jnana Nyaya. So that's what Arjuna asked the question. As I mentioned in the last lecture, that this is the first time Arjuna is asking the question directly from. This question just is coming from Arjuna, not based on what Krishna taught. In general, most of the questions Arjuna asks based on what Krishna is teaching, especially in the last, like when Arjuna is asking a question means just in the previous sloka what Krishna said, what Krishna finished with. So from there only Arjuna starts the question. But here in the 13th chapter, the very first sloka itself, Arjuna is asking the question himself directly about Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana, Nyaya, everything. So, for us, we are very fortunate that we are understanding what is Prakriti and what is Karma. Because even in the 7th chapter also, last 2 slokas, when Krishna said that Karma, this Swabha, that is Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adideva, Adiyajna, all such things Arjuna asked question. And for that, Krishna explained very, very clearly also. So whenever this karma comes, Brahma comes, Yajna comes, all such things are all part of our life. We need to know that. So, first of all, we understood also that Brahma refers to the soul, refers to the Paramatma, super soul, refers to Krishna's abode, and refers to Vedas and everything. But when Arjuna asked the question about Kim Tat Brahma, so what Krishna said that the soul is Brahma. And its eternal nature is, the Swabhava, Adhyatma. So based upon our Swabhava, we are getting different bodies. Those who are in the mode of ignorance will get Muda Yonisu Jayate. So they will take birth in the animal species, Muda Yonisu Jayate. So it all, what kind of body we get, it also is based upon our Swabhava only. What type of body we get. But even after getting this human body, still if we are very ignorant, then we are actually, there is no difference between animal and human body. So we need to think. We need to ask question. That is jignasu. Jignasu means inquisitive. Or we should at least realize, understand that we are struggling and suffering in this material world. So that way, we should really inquire why I am suffering, why I am struggling in this material world, and how I can solve this problem. That's a very important question. How can I fix this issue? The struggling. We are struggling in this material world, suffering in this material world. So if we ask that question, then we will actually directly come to this Bhagavad Gita. Once we come to this Bhagavad Gita, then we will gain this knowledge. Then we will become a jnani. So for whatever reason, we come to Krishna. But when we get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, once we have faith on Krishna, so for whatever reason we come to Krishna, once we have faith on Krishna, we are going to get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is going to give us this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that is going to happen for everyone who has faith on Krishna, who comes to Krishna. So that's why Krishna is saying that Udaraga sarva eva iti jnani tvatmaiva me mata. Astitaga sagiyuktatma mamevan uttamam gati. So of all these people, like 4 kinds of people who come to me, there is Chaturvidaga bhajante mam janaga sukritino arjuna. Artho jignasu artharthi jnani cha bharatarsava. So Artho jignasu artharthi jnani. So the one who is most distressed, and the one who is inquisitive, and then one who wants desire of wealth, and then one who is a jnani. Both all these Chaturvida. Chaturvida means 4 types. 4 types they will come to me. Chaturvidaga bhajante mam. 4 types of people will render devotional service unto me. That's what Krishna is saying. But out of them, I consider the jnani to be my own self. Jnani atmaiva me matam. Atmaiva me. I consider himself to be my own self. That's what Krishna is saying, that atmaiva me matam. Because astitaga sahiyuktatma mamevan uttamam gatim. That jnani, the knowledge, the person who has got the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita is always engaged in my service and keeping me as the ultimate destination. Mamevan uttamam gati. So that's what happens with the jnani. He is a jnani. So in Jnana Yogena Sankhyana and all we study. So we cannot think that Jnana Yoga is Sankhya Yoga, is Sannyasa Yoga, is totally different. So they will not be a devotee of Krishna, not like that. This Jnana Yoga is, if a person is Jnani, means who has got the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita, means he will keep Krishna as the ultimate destination. That's what Mamevan Uttamam Gati. And you will surrender unto Krishna. Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prabhatyate Vasudevam Sarvam Iti Samahatma Sudullabha. So you will completely surrender unto Krishna, knowing that Vasudeva, Krishna is everything. So we are all becoming jnanis. That means we will surrender unto Krishna. We are already surrendered to Krishna. We already believe in Krishna. We have complete faith on Krishna, and we want to serve Krishna. And everything will happen by Krishna's causeless mercy. We will be able to progress. There is no doubt. We will be able to make continuous progress. That's what we are doing right now. And before time runs out, we need to make as much progress as possible. And Krishna is planning. Krishna is planning our activities. It is not that we are planning. We think that we are planning what to do for Krishna, what I can do for, how I can serve Krishna and all such things. But Krishna is actually planning for us. He has his own plans. And he's engaging us in his plans to distribute this prasadam, this Bhagavad Gita to everyone, so that we will go to Goloka. So, as Krishna told Arjuna that in this battle, all these people are already killed by me. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, everyone. So you just shoot the arrows. Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachi. So like that for us also, if we want to, if we are going to make thousands of devotees, that is Krishna's plan. If we are going to be instruments, for example, Srila Prabhupada established this ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, at the age of 70. So that is Krishna's plan. And we are all studying Bhagavad Gita from wherever we are, using this Zoom. And we are doing this continuously by Krishna's causeless mercy for years. And even though we finished one cycle and we are continuing the other second cycle also, and we are not going to stop doing this, we'll keep studying this Bhagavad Gita again and again. So that is Krishna's plan. So if we are all going to get together, connect together, plan, and going to distribute this Bhagavad Gita and make thousands and thousands of devotees everywhere. So if that is going to happen, that is already it is in Krishna's plan. Krishna is going to help us to do that. Krishna will engage us in his service. So everything will happen. By Krishna's causeless mercy, everything will happen. So that means Krishna is already training us. That's what is very important. Krishna is already, because his plan, we know that Krishna's plans are to spread this message. So Krishna is training us. Krishna will give us the strength. Krishna will give us the knowledge, skills to whatever we want to do, how we want to spread Krishna's message. Everything Krishna will teach us. Krishna will give us. No doubt about it. So that is the reason we are becoming ourselves experts of this Bhagavad Gita and studying and understanding all the slokas. We studied in the 13th chapter, last week we studied about Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Basically, Kshetrajna, we know that anyone who knows the Kshetra is a Kshetrajna. But about the Kshetra, the 26 elements or 24 elements, depending upon whether the three modes of material nature, we want to count it as 1 or 3. So 24 or 26. Krishna has taught us very, very clearly. So that we study. And today in 5 slokas, we are going to study about what is knowledge. Krishna will teach us what is knowledge. That also we are going to study. So then afterwards in the 13th chapter, we will study about the Jnaya. We need to know that Krishna is the super soul. So that's what is Jnaya. And Krishna is Paramatma. Krishna is using the word Paramatma here. So that way we will understand about the Jnaya, then Prakriti, then Purusha. Purusha also we understand very well, we'll study, and then Prakriti. All such things we will understand. And in the continuously in the 14th chapter about the 3 modes of material nature, Krishna is teaching us even very, very clearly that how these modes of nature are acting on us and how we are getting ourselves controlled by these 3 modes of nature and what is going to happen when each mode of nature is influencing us. Everything Krishna is teaching. So we are understanding that very clearly. And how to get ourselves out of these 3 modes of material nature. How to free ourselves from these 3 modes of nature. And what are the symptoms of a person who is freed from the 3 modes of material nature? So everything Krishna is teaching very, very clearly. So that way, we are very, very fortunate that by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge. So that way we can control the mind, we can focus our mind on Krishna, and we can use everything in Krishna's service. So all such things are becoming possible only because we are able to gain this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So that's why we are going to really study today about knowledge. What is knowledge? Krishna is going to teach us very clearly what is knowledge. That's what is knowledge. Etat jnanam iti proktam ajnanam yatato anyata. At the end of 5th sloka, 5 slokas continuously, Krishna is teaching us what is knowledge from 8 to 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the last 2 lines, etat jnanam iti proktam ajnanam yatato anyata. So iti proktam, whatever I just now told you, that is knowledge. Etat jnanam. Etat jnanam iti proktam. Ajnanam yatato anyata. Anything other than this is ajnana. It is ignorance. That's what Krishna is saying. So that means just by understanding these 5 slokas, we will understand very clearly what is knowledge. If we know, if we fit into all these things, if we have all this information, if we are able to follow these 5 slokas, that means we are in knowledge. We have knowledge. If not, we may be a PhD holder, or we may be a Nobel laureate, or we may be doing this or that and all such things. But really, we are fools only. We don't have knowledge if we don't fit into these 5 verses, what Krishna is teaching in the 13th chapter. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, last week we studied in the 6th to 7th sloka. Mahabhutani ahankaro buddhi avyaktam yevacha indriyani dasaikam cha panchachendriya gocharaga. Mahabhutani ahankaro. That is, Mahabhutani means 5 great elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Ahankaro, false ego, 6th one. Then buddhi, intelligence, 7th. Avyaktam, unmanifested. So there is the 3 modes of material nature. There is 8. We can say 8, 9, 10 or 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And then Indriyani dasa ekamcha. So that means 11 senses, including the mind. So 5 knowledge acquiring senses, there is jnanendriyas, and 5 working senses, there is karmendriyas. So 5 plus 5, 10 plus 1 mind. So there is the 11th sense. So there is indriyani dasa ekam, 11 sense including the mind. Panchachendriya gocharaga. So then 5 sense objects. So totally 8 plus 11, that is 19. 19 plus 5, that is 24. Or if you make avyaktam as 3, so then it is 26. So then, ichadveshaga sukham dukkam sankatas chetanadritigi yetat chetram samasena savikaram udakritam. Icha, dveshaga, sukham, dukkam, desire, hatred, happiness, distress, aggregation, sangataga, chetana, that is our consciousness, thoughts, chetana, dhriti. So dhriti is our determination. So etat chetram samasena savikaram udakritam. All these things together, they are kshetra and its interactions. So that's what vikaram. So that's what the first 5 in the first sloka here. The 6th sloka is all about kshetra, and the 7th sloka is about its interactions. So that's what 6 and 7. So the 5 great elements: false ego, intelligence, the unmanifested, the 10 senses and the mind, the 5 sense objects, desire, hatred, happiness, distress, the aggregate, the life symptoms and convictions, all these are considered in summary to be the field of activities and its interactions. Then in the next 5 slokas, Krishna is teaching about what is knowledge. Amanitvam madam vitvam ahimsa kshantirarjavam janmamrit acharyopasanam shaucham stairyam atma vinigraga indriyateshu vairagyam anakankara yevacha janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam asaktirana vishwangaga putradara grigadishu nityam cha samachittatvam ishtanishtopapatishu maichananya yogena bhakti avyabhicharini vivikta desha sevitvam arati janasamsati adhyatmanyana nityatvam Tattvajnanartha darshanam etadjnanam iti proktam ajnanam yatato nyata. Krishna is teaching in these 5 slokas. Amanitvam, adambitvam. Adambitvam means pridelessness. Amanitvam means humility. So, Amanitvam, adambitvam. Ahimsa, non-violence. Shanti, arjavam, so forgiveness, simplicity. Acharyo, upashanam. So that is rendering service to the spiritual master. Shaucham, so that is cleanliness. Stairyam, so that is, stairyam means it is very strong. So stairyam, atma vinigraha. So that is stairyam, steadfastness. Atma vinigraha, self-control. Indriya arteshu vairagyam. So that means detachment from the sense objects. Anahankara evacha. So anahankara, not having false ego. Janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. Birth, death, old age, disease. Janma mrityu jara vyadi. So seeing that as the symptoms of our suffering. So that's why dukkha doshanu darshanam. So we need to see that if we are taken this body in this world, we have taken birth. So that is the suffering only. It is not something to be really happy about it. So there is no point in celebrating birthday. So if you are celebrating birthday, we are fools because we have taken a material body. If we take body in spiritual world, Goloka, Krishna's well, and celebrate birthday there, then that makes sense. But ourselves taking birth here in this material world, taking a body, material body. So what's the point in cutting cake and celebrating birthday? So we need to see that as a source of suffering. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi, birth, death, old age, disease. So that is knowledge. Asaktir anavisvangaha putradara grihadis. So one should not be attached and should not be associating too much with the putra, dara and griha. So that is children and spouse and home. So that is very important because otherwise we can't go to Goloka. One may ask, how is this? Why Krishna is saying all such things? How is it possible for me to not get attached to the family? All such things we can say. But if you are not attached to Krishna, then we cannot go to Goloka. That's it. If you are attached to all other relationship in this material world, then we have to keep coming back here only. So then that means we don't have knowledge. That's what is very important. So the real knowledge means not getting attached. So that's what nityam cha samachittatvam ishtanishto papattis. So in both what we get and what we don't, what we want or what we don't want, ishto, anishto, all those things, whatever we get, if we get whatever we want, if we get whatever we don't want, in all such things one should be samachittatvam, nityam, always should be equal. Maicha ananya yogena bhaktir avyabhicharini. Maicha ananya yogena. So without any deviation, bhaktir, one who is devotee, one who shows devotion unto me, avyabhicharini, without any break. So maicha ananya yogena bhaktir, mayi bhaktir, avyabhicharini, vivikta desha shevitvam. So leading to live in a solitary place, basically aspiring to live in a solitary place. So that's what vivikta desha shevitvam. Aratir jana samsadi. So that means avoiding the general mass of people. Aratir jana samsadi. So that's all in knowledge. So and then adhyatma jnana nityatvam tattva jnanartha darshanam. Always situated in the knowledge about the self. So that way one should see the knowledge. So tattva jnana artha darshanam. Etat jnanam iti proktam ajnanam yatato anyata. So whatever I have just now told, so that is knowledge. Anything other than this is ignorance. That's what Krishna is saying, that ajnanam yadato anyata. So humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So that way, we understand in these 5 slokas what is knowledge. So just we need to keep on studying these slokas again and again and just have knowledge. So anything other than this is ignorance. That's what Krishna is saying. By Krishna's costless mercy, we have successfully finished 5 slokas today, up to sloka number 12 in the 13th chapter. Hare Krishna. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swamini Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnana Timradasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Rama, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. If any devotee has any questions, you can use the raise hand option. Otherwise, I can unmute one by one. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shivakumar Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Palaniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama. So today's class is really very informative because how we have to live in this material world is very clearly explained in all the 4 slokas. What is expected from us by Krishna. That is very, very interesting and very tough to follow, but yes, we have to do it, no other way.
In fact, when our love is so much on Krishna, then it will become really very easy to follow. So it all depends upon how much love we develop on Krishna.
Yes, we are very correct, Guruji. We are very, very correct. But still, life is in this world, material world, is the toughest job.
Yes, it is, no doubt.
Yes. So, thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Ravin Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, wonderful class, Guruji. No questions, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all you.
Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
How are you, Guruji?
By Krishna's mercy, I am doing fine, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. It's very interesting.
Yes,
Today's
Yes.
class was very interesting. I mean, identifying those qualities itself is like very eye-opening. Until somebody tells us, we will never know that Janma, Mrityu, Jara, these are all aspects, I mean, like, signs of sadness.
Symptoms of our suffering. Yes.
Symptoms of our suffering. We just go through them blindly. We don't even realize.
Yes, we don't even realize. We are having taken birth itself is a suffering only.
Yes, Guruji. But how much time it will take us to realize that?
Yeah, we need to use this life to stop taking birth again. That's the main thing. That's what this life should be used to prevent next another breath in this material world.
Yes, Guruji. Yeah, yesterday you told all the qualities, good qualities, so I wrote them down, and I'm trying to stay in that.
Yes,
and bad
yes.
qualities, identify the bad qualities.
That is correct, bro. That is correct.
Because
Krishna,
we unnecessarily keep slipping onto those bad qualities. So once we slip into bad quality, we should think, oh, Krishna said this is bad quality, we should not have this.
That's correct. Yes, bro. I think with Bhagavad Gita knowledge, it is very much possible, bro. We should have a lot of faith on Bhagavad Gita only. This will do all the magic in our life, bro. Bhagavad Gita knowledge.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Venkata Nagarjuna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, hi. I have just one, today's, the shlokas which we discussed today. Am I wrong if I were to believe that this entire, all the qualities he has mentioned, it's over one lifetime rather than the stage? For example, the first one of qualities that you have given, humility, pridelessness, non-violence, simplicity, these I can accept that you have been born with it. It is partly to do with your swabha. Then now as one person grows older, you tend to, even if you don't want to, you get attached or you get entangled rather, even if you don't want to. So thereafter, when you're talking about detachment or this, this freedom from entanglement, now this, whether we want it or not, we get involved. But Guruji, to my mind, if I'm not wrong, does it not happen with a stage in life rather than, like as we go in the 4 stages in the Hindu philosophy? Like I've seen people, like even I am to a certain extent, now I want this particular qualities, of detachment, of freedom from all these things. So can I say that like over a lifetime, these qualities should be acquired? What Krishna has told us. Is that right, Guruji?
Yes, Mataji, it's all, as I was telling the other question to Palnepan Prabhu also, it is all depends upon how much attachment we develop on Krishna. We really don't have to worry about gaining these qualities like independently, but when we develop so much attachment to Krishna and start all the time thinking about Krishna, so fully dedicating our life to Krishna, so then all these qualities will automatically we will get, Mother. That's the thing. So that's what this entire Bhagavad Gita, that's why Krishna consciousness, that loving Krishna, that's what is very important. That feeling, that separation from Krishna. So that's what is very important. Once we realize that, once we remember Krishna all the time, so then actually all these qualities will automatically come to us.
Correct. But another thing, Guruji, that means when I'm not giving up, I'm not even once talking about giving up. I'm talking about getting a sort of freedom. I need something and I need my Krishna. Krishna comes, he is the one who is going to kind of, replace all the people. Right? Am I right, Guruji? All my...
Yes, exactly. Krishna is there all the time, remembering Krishna, everything. Our life is fully Krishna conscious. So then Krishna himself will take care of all this. He will give all the things what we need and everything. He wants to give to everyone, then we'll be able to get it. That's it. Krishna will be able to help us.
So we should not try and force this on anybody. It will come gradually and with his knowledge. And
only what we need to focus on this getting this knowledge, giving this knowledge. So that is the main thing we need to focus. Once this knowledge, Bhagavad Gita is there, then all the other things will follow. That's it. We will know about Krishna, we will develop love, we want to serve Krishna, we want to offer prasadam to Krishna, we want to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and everything will come automatically.
Yes, Guruji. It's a very peaceful existence then. Very, very peaceful.
And once you taste this Krishna consciousness, then the material things will automatically go away. So then that means you will gain all the good qualities automatically.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Venkatanagarjan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna Guru. Thank you Guruji for today class. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna. SK Garg Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, very nice explanation of the Kshetra and the Jnana. And I'm just trying to understand once again the Kshetra, what you explained last Sunday and this Sunday, Guruji. Please correct me if I am wrong. What I understood, the 5 are the Mahabhuta, the great elements.
Yes, 5 great.
5 Jnanendriya, that is the senses. The 5 is the Karmendriya,
Yes.
which you explained earlier, 5 Karmendriya,
Yeah, working senses.
working senses. And then 5 are the subjects of senses.
Sense objects. Sense object.
What is that, Guruji? This I'm.
Sense object is for tongue, the food is the sense object, the tasty food. For eyes, what you are seeing, that is the sense object. For ears, what we are hearing, that is the sense object. You understand it?
Okay.
For skin, what we are touching is the sense object. For the nose, what we are smelling is the sense object.
Okay. It is connected to Jnanendriya. I mean,
yeah.
Is Jnanendriya is having
Jnanendriyas. Yes, Jnanendriyas.
Right, Guruji. So 20. Then Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. Am I right, Guruji? 3.
Yes.
23.
Yes.
And
23.
24, you said the basic nature, that is the
modes of nature.
Modes of nature. Am I right, Guruji? This.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. That is exactly correct. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you very much, Guruji. And I'm still trying to, recollect this so many items of the knowledge. I think more than 20 items of Jnana also. So
yes.
Let me go through this, Guruji. I might ask you this thing next time.
Yes,
You,
yes,
Guruji.
yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji. I will understand and then we'll discuss.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for a wonderful class, Guruji. Guruji, in one of the qualities you also mentioned avoiding crowds or people, right? So is it better than to lead a more like reclusive life rather than socializing more with people?
Exactly, yes. For all we want to socialize only with the devotees, only serving Krishna only. Otherwise, this so-called in this material world, other things are all going to take us, pull us away from Krishna. Okay. Because when we socialize with other people who are not devotees, they are going to all talk about worldly things only. They are not going to talk anything about Krishna.
Okay. Okay.
So that means if we also get involved with them, then the modes of nature will infect us, correct? Like when we go out in this COVID, all these things, we are wearing face masks and we are avoiding people, avoiding touching people, avoiding the crowd area, all those things, correct? During the pandemic, all such things, correct? Because we know that we will get infected. So we were like lockdown, correct? So like that, we have to be really under lockdown and not going with the materialistic people, so that our mind can be protected. Otherwise, our mind will get infected. So we need to now protect our mind. That's the main thing. Our mind should be all the time focusing only on Krishna, not on this material sense objects. So how are we going to do that? It's very, very difficult. We need to be very careful. Otherwise, if we just let it go like this, then mind will go away. Then we cannot focus on Krishna. You understand that?
Got it, Guruji. So basically, it is not to affect the mind with other distractions. That is the reason. And
yes.
Okay. I thought like those like monks who go live in the Himalayas, that kind of full recluse.
No. We don't have to really go like that. We have to, wherever we are, just avoid. For us, in fact, if we just follow what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita, we will not even find time to do all these things. Because every time we want to cook fresh and offer to Krishna Prasad, and that itself will take really good amount of time.
Yes, Guruji.
So then we will not find any other time.
Exactly. When we are doing all our duties and just following the few rules and principles, you find that there is no time for anything else.
Exactly. Like ourselves attending this Bhagavad Gita, even though 6 days a week. So this time is fixed for that. We don't do anything else, correct?
Yes.
So that is fully Krishna conscious. At this time, all our other things are all, we don't even want to do it. So like that only, it should become, our life should become like that. Yes, Mother.
Yeah. Another question I had, Guruji, related to yesterday's class, which I listened on YouTube. You have told that our memories get erased with every birth.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
so when sometimes when we see the prodigies and people who are getting a lot of talent from the previous birth, so those things get carried over, like whatever talents that you have gained.
Our mind is coming, our swabhava is coming, and everything is coming. So that's the material intelligence, what we call it as talent, all such things are also, that is given by Krishna only. So that way, that is also based upon the swabhava, based upon our intelligence, all those things. So that is given by, it is getting carried over. Yes, Mother. Along with our swabhava only. Swabhava is basically the skills, correct? That's what is the swabhava. So based upon the swabhava only, these 4 varnas are created, correct? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. So that means Kshatriya means who has got Sauryam, Tejo, Dhriti, Dakshyam, Yuddecha, Palayanam, all such things. So not running away from the battle and all such things. So what we call it as talent, correct? So that is part of the swabhava only. So that swabhava is part of the soul. So a Brahmana is tapo, damas, tapas, all such things. So he is also, those kind of qualities are also is going with the soul because of the swabhava. Yes, Mother.
Okay, Guruji. And from in any janma or in any birth, it is possible to shift to the next level fast also, as you have told, right, Guruji? Whatever can be their varna or whatever be their swabhava, to change from one level to another level doesn't depend on all these things.
Yeah,
right?
but we really don't have to change to any level. Krishna is not even recommending that. Krishna is asking us to do our work in whatever varna, whatever our swabhava, but just not get attached to the result. That is the main thing.
Yes. So the question I asked actually was not related to the varna. It is related to getting into Krishna consciousness mode. It can happen from any level.
Yes, whatever level. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah,
any level.
That's what. From whichever swabhava you are having, but if your mind turns to Krishna consciousness, it can change from there to the. It can change from that swabhava to the
Krishna.
better
Yes.
Krishna.
Better. Yes. Yes, Mataji. Yes. So there is when we are thinking about Krishna, engaged in Krishna service. At that time, we are free from this swabhava only. So that time, so that way, whatever progress we make, it's going to stay with us only. Our mind, whatever in this birth, whatever progress we make in controlling our mind, that is going to stay with us only.
Okay, Guruji. And
for example, we can put it in the other way. Overall, maybe for all of us, from the beginning when we started attending this Bhagavad Gita. So now, how much per day we are now focusing on Krishna, spending on Krishna? Maybe in case you yourself will be able to quantify, correct? Maybe a year ago or now, you may be able to see a difference, correct, Mataji?
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
So now your priorities must have changed, correct?
Yes.
So for us, this Bhagavad Gita class, joining and then studying, and then when we have time, also try to remember these slokas. Or, for example, you missed, you went through follow through the YouTube. So all those things compared to a year ago. So now too much. So like that, next year it will be even more. So this is progress. So basically, we can define our progress that out of 24 hours, how many hours we are connected with Krishna. We can put it like that way. So that amount of time connected with Krishna is going to keep on increasing only. It's not going to go down. That's what I meant.
Okay, Guruji.
Yes.
Okay, Guruji. The reason I asked a little bit more about that was because of the karmic balance. You said we take the birth in the next Janma. And so every time we are carrying over something from the previous Janma. So, and in this Janma, we have to wipe away everything and go to.
If you wipe away everything, if you remember Krishna, then we can go to, in this life itself, we can go. That's what Krishna is teaching in the 5th chapter. That Ikhaiva Taihi Jitaga Sargo Yesam Samye Stitam Managa. For those who are able to control the mind, can stop the next birth in this world, in this life itself. Jitaga Sargo means who can actually conquer the birth again, next birth. So that's why Esam Samye Sitam Managa Nirdosamgi Samam Brahma Tasmat Brahmani Te Sitaga. So without any faults, one should be equal to Brahman. So that's why always be situated in Brahman status. That's what Krishna is saying. If we are able to fully dedicate our life, then we can do. Yes, Mother.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you very much.
We will see a big difference, Mother. In fact, we already have a lot of opportunities. Once we start working, we will not have any time to think about anything else, Mother.
Yes,
we'll be very busy connecting with devotees, making a lot of devotees everywhere. Yes, Mother. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mother. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu. Ajay Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Dhanavad Pranam.
Yeah, nice Prabhuji, very nice today lecture, today class also. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. I have no question. I have one question, Prabhuji. Like I read somewhere, like only devotees of Krishna should read Bhagavad Gita. I think it is in one of the sloka. Can you explain that?
No, only devotee can understand Bhagavad Gita. Others, even if they read, they don't understand Bhagavad Gita. Idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadasana nacha asusrusave vacham nachamam yo abhyasvate. In the 18th chapter, 67th sloka, Krishna says that. So those who are not devotees, you cannot teach this Bhagavad Gita to them. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way, in order to study Bhagavad Gita, one has to be a devotee. Yes, no?
So you cannot teach them means like doesn't
you
mean
cannot
like,
teach this Bhagavad Gita to everyone. We cannot make everyone as devotees. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes non-devotees also we give them Bhagavad Gita, right? So
you give them Bhagavad Gita, but they will not become devotees. You can give Bhagavad Gita, but they should make use of it. Correct? If they have faith, then they will get it. That's it. If they don't have faith, then it will sit only. They don't read it.
Yeah, but Krishna did not like instructed not to give, right? He mentioned they cannot understand.
Krishna is teaching us that you cannot give. That's it. You cannot make everyone devotee. You cannot teach. That's what Krishna is saying.
Okay.
If one is not a devotee, you cannot teach them. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Suresh Tabit Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very nice class, Guruji. Very nice discussion also.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
a lot of good discussions, and then like some questions also get answered what we are having. And today, like I like this, Guruji, that you said that you start loving the Krishna, so that like you acquire all those qualities automatically. So you need not to actually.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, get the qualities. So, yeah, it will come automatically. That is really that is right.
Yes.
As you remember and you know that, and then you love Krishna. So all those, it is very nice. Yeah, very
Yes,
nice,
Prabhu.
Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Krishna Guruji, very wonderful session. Enlightening class. Really, what are the qualities you should possess, like humility, pridelessness, all these good qualities. Otherwise, you cannot attend the Gita class. So, really, it's the need of the hour. Now I'm in the train, so I am on the way. So, really, I have a class at 9 o'clock. Still then, I cannot leave. These other classes are secondary. Still then, on Sundays I have to go early. So that's why I requested you, Guruji.
Yes,
Really, very wonderful session. Really, it is very enlightening, it's important. So the way you told us, injected us in our mind, imbibed in our mind, this transcendental knowledge, really touching, very touching. Really, very, very, very touching. I cannot control myself. It's a very, I should realize and repent for ego. You can, when you attend this Gita class, you will be free from ego and all these pride, negative qualities. So it makes us a real perfect man. So if you have to follow the Gita, and these lines what to 5,000 years old, it has been written, and really, and very compassionate, kind Krishna advises to Arjuna, and really, really it's great. We will realize this. It's very emotional and very much we should be much practical, and really Prabhupada has rendered rightly done a great job by going into the passage, the path to Goloka is very easier by you, Guruji, and also Prabhupada. So really you make us more easier. The path is easier for us as attending the classes to attend, to reach the Goloka, Haridham, and free from all these miseries, Jara, Vyadhi, all these negative qualities. And will not toss those who are real devotees of Gita. They don't mind what age comes. They should always feel that I am a child. Still, I feel also like that. However, also we are affected by this society, wrong society. Still, then we should not be disturbed. We should not feel that we are disturbed. The people are like this. When we were small, we are very innocent, very simple. And those who are the seeker of the truth, the Bhagavad Gita, they don't realize what ages and Jara or Vyadhi comes. It doesn't bother to them. They are always linked with, connect with Krishna. And really, very grateful and very thankful, Guruji. And
Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Guruji,
Prabhu.
Samuda Namam
Hare
Namam.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Jagadish Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, R.K. Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for a wonderful class. But I really missed the class today. I am on journey. But it was very interesting question answer session. And what he has asked about the 24 elements. This 24th element is Avyak Prakriti, basically, which constitutes our nature. And it is most difficult to know this nature actually. And it also constitutes the Suksham Sharira. I am surprised that it is called Suksham Sharira, but I think it is such a vast, it's such a so heavily loaded that one cannot imagine unless until he realizes himself, and that realization is possible only by chanting. And this chanting phenomena is the practical thing which can only help, which can help us to understand this science. So, Guruji, I am very, very grateful to you that we are able to get into the very minute details of this science, and we are very clearly understanding what this science is. So, we are grateful to you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jagadish Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I'm not able to hear from you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Jagadish Prabhu.
Good morning, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Good morning, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
I enjoyed the teachings. Thank you so much. I'll just request if you could elaborate further, because in one of the discussion came that only the devotees can be given the reach of the knowledge of Gita, whereas the Gita is supposed to be for the entire mankind. How will it be possible? Can you elaborate?
Yes, Prabhu. Gita is for everyone, but the problem is that everyone is not interested. What Krishna is teaching that idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadasana nacha asusrusave vachyam nachamam yo abhya suyate. So this knowledge can never be explained to those who are not austere and who is not yet devotee and who is especially envious of me. So that way, this knowledge can be explained to only those who have faith on this Bhagavad Gita. Those who have no faith, you cannot explain this Bhagavad Gita. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way, even though this Bhagavad Gita is for mankind, it is for everyone, but you cannot make everyone to study and understand this Bhagavad Gita, because unless they have faith, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. So the qualification to get this knowledge is the faith. So you understand that without faith, you cannot make anybody to understand this Bhagavad Gita. That's why it is the most confidential knowledge.
No, thank you, Guruji, because Shraddha is the first requirement.
Exactly.
So that is good.
Anyone who has got Shraddha will get it. Yes.
But there is something what I was asking further, that at one particular time, maybe you and me were also not the devotees. So somehow it has reached.
When it reached,
somebody took it to us.
Yeah, when it reached, we have Shraddha. That's why we are getting it. But others, it has reached many people, but they are not getting it because they are not having Shraddha.
Yeah, that is all right. That is okay. That is okay. But because you and me, maybe at one particular time we were not devotees, still it reached, or somebody did it.
Yes. So it reaches everyone. It reaches to everyone, but not everyone will become devotee.
That means our endeavor should be to take it to everybody, because it's for mankind.
That is correct. That is correct. We want to take it to everyone. Whoever has Shraddha will take it. That's it.
Okay, Guru.
We cannot restrict that I will go give it to this person, that person, and all. We have to take it to everyone. Whoever takes it, they will take it. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So where are you, Prabhu? Which place you are?
Mumbai.
Very nice, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So you are already in our WhatsApp group, Prabhu?
Yeah, one of our friends just made the connection.
Oh, you joined the WhatsApp group already, correct, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, Prabhu.
No, I'm not in the group, but some of our friend, he keeps sending the link.
Oh, then you give me your number, Prabhu. I will add you in the WhatsApp group. So that way, you know, whenever I start Bhagavad Gita, at that time you can join.
It is 90044.
1 second, Prabhu. I will add you into the WhatsApp group so that way. Okay, from 90044
90208.
90044 90208, correct? Bro?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji.
I will add you. I'll add you. So where in Mumbai, Prabhu? Which place in Mumbai you are?
South Mumbai, Kolaba.
Okay, okay, Prabhu. So I'm just now adding you, Prabhu, so that I won't forget.
So kind. So
Yes, Prabhu. So that way you can join every day, or if you miss, the YouTube link you can follow through everything.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Guru.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mahendra Shukla, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna, Prabhu.
Pranam.
Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Wonderful
Hare
class,
Krishna.
Guruji. Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mani, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. See, yeah, one of the.
Prabhu, your voice is very, very feeble, Prabhu. I'm not able to hear you.
1 second.
I think it's getting better. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wonderful class, Guruji, today.
Yes, Prabhu.
I think, we touched upon many things of the real understanding of Bhagavad Gita. So the long explanation also given through clear. This is related to some question answer which has happened. So basically, what is happening? So in the behavior science we used to get, there is a child ego, adult ego, and parent ego. So most of we adult, we have that ego. It is comes under Subhava. Cannot be erased. So when you start loving Krishna, if you are like, unfortunately, what is happening is we understand Krishna in the later part of our life. So that is what the difficult, we cannot able to connect ourselves instantaneously. Wherein which a child, they don't have anything. You understand? They are very, very free mind. They don't have any kind of comparison, connectivity, or prejudice. Nothing is there. So they try to learn in the early of their life. And after practicing, things will come under the control and Krishna will take control of yourself. Now what is happening is, doing that relearning, erasing your memory, erasing those things is difficult job for any human being. Because we inherited many quality with the environment, with our family, with whatever the surroundings we got. So that's it. So we need to erase those memories to make fresh ourselves. If you are fresh, all the things will go to you in a lighter mode, and you can able to enjoy whatever you learned, whatever the knowledge imparted to you, you can able to enjoy those things. So that's it, Guruji.
Yes.
Sumati Mataji has asked, say for example, somebody gets inherited, see Ramanujacharya or mathematicians, in the age of 3, 4 or 50 years, they learn many things. They do many things. Miracle they do. Probably Mataji is touching upon that. It is happening now, Guruji. Some quality is inherited. How come a person is so genius in the age of 3, 4? Sri Ravi Shankar, yes, he used to learn many things in the age of 6. We do Sandhya Vandanam, all these things, but we don't know the deeper meaning in the initial stage. But there are some people by nature, they are so learned, correct? So how these things happen, Guruji?
Yes, I will talk about these things in detail, maybe in the next lecture. Hare Krishna, in another 4 minutes, I need to join in another meeting. So that's why I'm not able to elaborate.
It's okay.
So we will,
we will touch upon this in later stages.
Yes, but you remind me next time because
sure. Since those subjects came, because these are the knowledge, we should have clarity in mind so that we should not be disturbed.
I should have started this little bit earlier, then because normally Sunday only I have this issue after At 10 o'clock, I have a meeting to join.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Hare Krishna.
No, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Today is a
Thank you
wonderful
very much.
class. So without Manoranjan Sahu's voice and Ram voice, Ram Prabhu voice, the day is not fulfilled. I did not hear Ram.
Yeah, I
So,
will. And
you fulfilled
yes,
that this thing also.
yes, ma'am.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
ma'am.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Thank you.
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Vrinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, that's a great compliment from Mani Prabhu. That reflects the question you asked to the analogy you gave it to Sumati Umapati Mataji as well. How within 1 year what transformation has happened. About 1 year ago, I was in a stupid
Yeah,
idiot.
in your case also it's a big, huge difference. Yes,
You see that's why Guruji, when we amalgamate with people like you, and we naturally started emanating a good qualities, Guruji. All this. Otherwise, I was a very egoistic person, pride about it, shouts, and I think I thought I was managing everything. This Bhagavad Gita is a great knowledge, Guruji, and nothing more to say, Guruji. These two slokas is a absolute knowledge, Guruji. This is what we were searching. Everyone is searching for a knowledge in the wrong places. Either we look around NASA, do Google, all these things, searching this knowledge, that knowledge. I was one of them, such a victim. Go around many corporate Swamijis, what they are telling, all this, doing funny things, rituals and all, Guruji. This is very clearly elucidated, Guruji. Nothing more is required, Guruji. These two, last Sunday and this Sunday class, exactly. I thought owning a field, my farm in Srirangam is a farm. It clearly says what is the field. This field is good enough, Guruji, and a guru like you will guide us, Guruji. That's it, Guruji. I don't have to do anything. I have to remain in Krishna consciousness. Whenever there is a consciousness, I should say only Krishna, Guruji. That's it, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Kadiravan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Vrinda Jai
Hare
Singh.
Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Mataji.
Guruji. Namaste.
Namaste,
Thank you
ma'am.
for the class. So, Guruji, you said today we should have knowledge, and knowledge is this main knowledge, what Krishna is teaching us, and otherwise, knowledge is not knowledge.
That's correct. Bhagavad
Yes.
Gita is the knowledge. That's it.
Yes. And the
Idam
Bhagavad
gnanam
Gita.
upashitya mama sadharmyam magada. If you take shelter into this knowledge, you will attain my nature. You will come to me. Other knowledge, maybe we'll get some job, some money, all those things in this material world, but we cannot go to Goloka. But if you have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we'll go to Goloka. Yes.
Yes, Guruji. But the main knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita is to know that you are a spirit soul and not this body. And our main purpose is to connect our spirit soul with the supreme soul, that is Krishna.
Yes.
So, and all the other things, principles given in the Bhagavad Gita is all connected to what is the body and what is the soul and how we connect the whole process.
Yes. That is correct. That's correct.
Yes,
Okay,
Guruji.
Mataji,
It's
Hare
very
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Yeah. I
Thank
need
you,
to.
Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Some devotees, maybe I'm not spoken. Maybe next class we will definitely spend more time. Hare Krishna. I need to stop now because I heard. Hare Krishna. We cannot play Prabhupada Kirtan today. Hare Krishna again. On Tuesday we will again start Hare Krishna.